Hey, Yakumo,
Hi, Leo.
welcome back. And uh,
Yeah, everybody's back.
so we overacted, yes. Um, and welcome back, everybody, to this Yakumo and Lee conversation. And last time we were talking about the idea of how to strengthen your mental strength. And today we're going to talk about these common social norm that are you digitalized. So we're just talking about, we can continue talking about the movie we mentioned. So basically, it is an interview,
Yeah,
and the director, Reddy Scott, was asked, like, so you make this movie, Napoleon. It is a big movie, is a big production, and there's lots of horses and people, soldiers, and whatever you need to represent his story. Yeah. So, like most of productions today, they are using the CGI, so animation, you know. But why you still insist to use real human, real people? Like, this is not the first time he was questioned. Yeah, what they say with his decision. There's a famous actor in The Gladiator,
yeah,
Russell Crowe. He complained a lot about this, let's say philosophy, yeah, of his filmmaking decision, because he said, Mr. Crowe, he said, like, I'm sure there's a better and safer way to make a movie. Yeah. So
yeah. Worst one, the gladiator.
Gladiator, yeah, many people die. Yeah, it's and there's a brutal production which grant him an Oscar. Like, so Russell Crowe won the best actor, yeah, from the Gladiator. Anyway, now it's Napoleon and Joaquin Phoenix. It's crazy. It's crazy. So basically, it's like a sad and like insecure human being, if you like.
Yeah,
There's a lot of on emphasis on the relationship between Napoleon and Josephine, his wife, kind of wife. If you, it's kind of complicated, but you know,
his lady. Anyway,
yeah. But yeah, so digitalized. And basically, his answer is like, I hope there's a proper quotation. So he's trying to represent what is real. Yeah. And obviously, there's some kind of limit in the movie. You can't do it in real. Yeah.
yeah,
And one of the reason he has a budget. Yeah. So he can, yeah. So his philosophy. But again, I believe many other directors will probably would not, hesitate to use the animation anyway, you know, because
uh,
it's popular today. Yeah, is let's say you
and
have those
really save a lot of money.
save some money, save some production time, and maybe you can create something you think is very cool. Yeah, because
I just,
okay,
I just thought of, I just thought of another director. Also also very active lately.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan, Christoph Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
I
Crystal.
I believe he also have a similar philosophy in filming. Yeah, he used a lot of real things, or he built a real thing. Like he will build the real bat mobile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I would say the challenges will be different. It's similar, but
yeah,
yeah, like in his movie in Inception. Did you watch Inception?
uh,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
unfortunately, not yet.
Um,
Yeah,
so
I know that movie, but
obviously, in that kind of movie, he has to use effect. Yeah, there's no option for that,
yeah,
and his idea is always about playing around time and space, um, and uh, and also yes, being being realistic. This is his own approach. You can see the previous, for example, there are many Batman movies, yeah,
yeah,
and the previous one they are more like I don't know fictional, like more like fantasy kind of approach by Tim Burton. But then he took over. It become realistic. Yeah, it became like what is really happening in the states. Like yeah, even the
really
sound
humble,
effect.
really
They say
humble.
yeah, even the way Mr. Wayne
Yeah,
talk. Yeah, like I have to talk like this.
yeah,
I'm not going to damage my throat. Or not. Yeah. Like this is a kind of I think it's a creative because I think people didn't. There are so many Batman movies and animation, but nobody did it before. Yeah, I think it began from the Nolan movie.
yeah,
Yeah. So, but okay, back to Reddy Scott.
yeah.
That
Approach.
you can see his approach even in the Blade Runner. Blade Runner, the movie. Um, you can still see that because at the time it wasn't easy to make a science fiction. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think there was some kind of effect, but but you can still see like that he tried to make it the real way. For example, he make yeah, you can argue at the time the CGI
I
technology wasn't so advanced.
kind of remember the feeling, but the
Yeah,
details mm, are harder to recall.
yeah. I think, but this is exactly what make a difference with the ingredients. We're talking about um, making a life, yeah, making a movie, making baking a cake, maybe. What is your ingredients? Do you use the natural ingredients or you use a synthetic all the time? Yeah, and the result is different.
But yeah, um, mm, might always be a debate which one is better. But I'd like to. I would like to. Um, I don't know. At least for me, I rather like to talk about it in a different angle, not necessarily better or worse, but mm, yeah, rather uh, like if you use Okay. If you are totally digitalized, if you have a total digitalized life, what will you lose? Kind of things like that. What will you lose? What might you lose? So, um, and and the reason why people embrace so much in digitalized life,
Mm-hmm.
one of the reason I think is uh, people just love convenience. It feel convenient at very first place. Digitalize things, everything. You can put everything into your cell phone. Well, sounds like really convenient, right? But it also means you lose something. You lose the details. You lose the chance to experience something that is not that convenient. But but, but to me, um, there are always things that worth inconvenience. There are things worth of that. So so sure. People can choose to embrace um, digitalized life, but I personally I wouldn't do that because I don't want to give up some experience.
I think it's um, we we want to be like God, yeah, the God. We want to be
When
able
you
to
say
do
we,
whatever we want, yeah.
mean
Want to be able to.
most mankind.
So
Right?
this is like an illusion. You feel like, um, yeah, now I can just do everything between my fingers, yeah. Or I can, when I wear this virtual reality gear, then I can. Now I'm here, but I can travel to, I don't know, Hawaii. That that's this fake promise. Like, it's not totally fake, but it's like they they try to tell you this can replace the reality. Yeah. So you no longer need to buy a ticket, and you have to travel. You have to, sweat to be able to enjoy this and have this experience. And obviously for men, there's a lot of sexual stuff as well. Yeah. So you fulfill your desire in a way. You feel like you can do anything. You can be satisfied.
Yes. Also, yeah, it also has something to do with greed. Yes, because we not only want to people are not only want to do things, they want to do many things. They want to do more than they can. Right? They want to people want to own, possess more than they can. But
But it's true. Like, by doing that, you're actually losing something important because
yeah,
you're losing the real experience. Yeah. Um, It's like you have to create environment and some kind of unhappy people, unsatisfied people. Then you can sell them something like, okay, here you go. You can be happy with this. Yeah, if they are already good, or that's why Canada is a terrible market because people have this kind of idea. Oh, we are the best country already. We are fine. We are very happy here, which is not totally true. So when you're trying to present something to them, it's very hard. But but yes, this is like a global trend, right? People want to be digitalized, and they want to have something more convenient, something more high tech. That's why I think now, if you go to most of the country and you try to sell like, okay, here we go, we are from Taiwan, and we have this high, efficiency microchip. Do you want to buy it? They want to buy it, yeah, like because they feel like, okay, uh, I can have a supercomputer. I can have really intelligent, well, artificial intelligence. They want it, yeah, because that connects to the concept we're talking about today. They don't mind to being digitalized.
I think I I I I myself I would not say all digitalization uh, are bad. I use some of them too.
Me too. I also use.
But I just can't um I just don't understand why. Uh, why why like what's the point to digitalize everything? That's something I don't understand personally. Um, um, the first time I saw, not the first time, like first impression. Okay, first thing come to my mind uh, when like um, the tablet computer um, um, come to market, come to market was mm, how do I say it? Sorry. It's like when you see okay, so you have ebooks, you have games, you
Mm-hmm.
have okay, you have a lot of service on your device. But the problem is,
You're talking about smartphone, yeah.
yeah, the problem is they all feel the same. They
Mm-hmm.
all feel the same. Right? If you are someone who look for, okay, I think I'm also greedy. In some meaning, I'm also greedy. But people like me would never be satisfied by digitalized world because it feels like nothing. So no matter what I do, it all feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, One example is even the games. I never. So I am someone. I'm a game person. I will play games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean video games. But I've never played video games on my cell phone or tablet. Why?
Yeah.
Because the experience is so weird. You have you have this screen, right? You have this screen, and you also need to sacrifice a part of the screen to manipulate it. So everything is crowded on this screen. And I would say, besides convenience, I don't see any point to play a game on a cell phone. It always feel better to have an extra controller.
Yeah, it's but it's very similar to, in the beginning people watch movie in the theater, in the movie theater cinema, but then now people watch from the laptop or even from their phone. Yeah, it's a very similar process that
Yeah, yeah. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I think yeah, it would eventually happen. But I just don't feel the good part of it. We have so many. When you have so many choices, then you compare, right? You compare. So the
that's the thing.
only
That's the
yes,
thing. I don't think people realize they have a choice. It, especially younger people, like if they were born and
yes.
they're in this kind of
If you
society,
mention
everybody's doing
about
that.
young people, yes, they might not realize there
This is
are
normal for them, yeah. Like, okay, you use a phone like almost 24 hours, like when you are awake. Uh, People even don't go to sleep, they just continue using the phone, following the, I don't know, whatever feeds, and it seems very normal for them. Like this is, and when it become like that, it's like you don't feel you have a choice, yeah. And
yeah.
if you're not awake, like you are not, how do you say, um, there's always something there you are in, and you don't realize what is that until you wake up. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I mean. You mean you just sink into it, like you
Yeah.
drown in the water. You drown in the water. So until you leave the water, you just um
Yeah. Like for example, this is not normal. Yeah. This is this is not normal. Like how long have I been wearing these glasses? Long time. Yeah. Long time. Now
yeah,
it's like a normal for me, but it's not. It's not. This is called some kind of
adoption
disability. Yeah.
or
I mean
habituation, adoption.
that. I mean,
That is well, overall, this happens. This happens, but um, it could happen in so many situations. But I think the point is still I want to mention um is the thing that I don't want to sacrifice. So so probably it's a well okay that's not that's if we put aside those who never experience, okay, never know or never aware that there are different options.
uh,
You know, in the adult world, still plenty of people they embrace digital life, right? They they just embrace that, and
because
they are
no
the one
principle,
like
no philosophy, no principle.
that's fine. I don't think it has to be anything with principle or something.
Let's put this way, like most of people, what is the most common answer from the greeting? You say, "How are you?" Yeah, you say, "What, what's up?" What have you
Yeah,
been doing? Yeah,
yeah,
what is the most answer? Most of answers are like, so so, uh, nothing new, um,
same
boring.
old, same old.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is most of people answer this way. Yeah, and then you give them a toy, some kind of toy, like, okay, here you go, it's a digital entertainment. Yeah, this you can have fun. Of course, they buy it. Yeah, how many people you engage? They actually say, "Oh, my life is wonderful. I have adventure every day. I absolutely love my life." No, I think most of people are not like that. Yeah,
Yeah, most people are not like that, but still, it's like if you had the chance to
that's the point. We don't have a chance. So look, I used to play basketball often. Yeah, when I live in Ljubljana. Now I live in Toronto. I really don't have a chance to play basketball. Why? Because the environment designed to be like that. Yeah, either you have to pay to play indoor, uh, or you have to go somewhere really far to find the outdoor court. And so eventually, I just don't play. And it's very similar. Like, okay, you have certain, even you have certain understanding or habit you had, which was better. But when you are put it in a certain environment, then you start to
I,
adapt.
I agree, I agree. But it doesn't mean that you cannot escape from that that situation. If you have that desire, it's possible. There are these things um might happen. Um, okay, I mean, I know that many companies, yes, they really want to build this world this way. They try everything to build the world in digital way. So
Digitalize, go to the space.
yeah, so you have this world digitalized more and more every day. I know, but yeah, maybe I'm lucky. So I I I think I still I'm still able to enjoy many analog pleasure, analog um yeah, analog experience in my life if I want. Okay. I don't know when they will get gone, but I'm happy that I still have them today. I still have them today. Like,
It's always in comparison. Yeah, because even in a, let's say, in a total digital life, let's say you're in a virtual world, and ideally they can also create multiple levels of virtual worlds. Yeah. So it's like we are awake right now and we have a dream, and there's a different levels of realities. Yes. So it's always, I think it's always in comparison, which direction we are going to, and what is the composition you want. Like I want to have, let's say, 90% real experience and 10% digital experience. For example, what is the proportion? And for people who fantasize the total digitalized life, they probably want it to be 100%. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of unstoppable trend. But but since we're talking about this, I have a question for you. Um, back to uh, back to the time we were talking about your life, yeah, and there's a time you obviously you start to have an influence from music, yeah, and then there probably also time that you start to listen to some, how do you say? Do you say digital music? Do you say that too?
Oh,
How do you say
oh,
that?
listen.
Uh,
Oh,
elec-
electronic.
electronic, yes.
Yeah, we call them electronic. Not
So
yeah,
maybe
kind of.
maybe if you want to, we can talk about that because it's very similar to the, let's say, transition, or the
It could be with some similarity, but y- yeah, probably we can talk about it.
yeah, because yeah, I think even for you and for me as well, I did have some kind of struggle at the time. I feel like, okay, am I going to go into this? Yeah. And also my friend, yeah, at the time, my friend Jiaxun, yeah, he had a great struggle. And we have some example like U2, the Irish band U2.
Yeah.
They, yeah, I remember at the time they start to have an album with a electronic music album. So
Really?
create lots of discussion. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's we can talk about that next time. I think it would be an interesting topic. Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for today's conversation, and
Thank you too.
thank you everybody for continue listening. Please remember to subscribe and share. I will see you next time.
See you.
So.